Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most dramatic and transformative moments in General Hospital history, Jocelyn Jack's shocking decision to take down Cyrus Renaud. This bold move has sent shockwaves through Port Charles and left fans on the edge of their seats. But what led to this pivotal moment? How has it reshaped Jocelyn's life, her relationships, and her future? And what lies ahead for her as she navigates the fallout? Let's take a deep dive into this gripping storyline, unpacking every layer of drama, emotion, and intrigue. The aftermath of a bold decision, Jocelyn's new reality. Jocelyn Jacks is no stranger to difficult choices, but pulling the trigger on Cyrus Renaud was a defining moment that irrevocably changed her life. This wasn't just an act of self-defense or a spur-of-the-moment decision, it was a calculated move that marked her transition from innocence to someone willing to take extreme measures to protect those she loves. The aftermath has been anything but simple. Port Charles is now grappling with the consequences of Cyrus' elimination, and Jocelyn finds herself at the center of it all. Her actions have drawn her deeper into Jack Brennan's shadowy world, a realm filled with secrets, danger, and moral ambiguity. The cabin cleanup and the ongoing WSB turmoil have only added layers of complexity to her situation, forcing her to make alliances she never anticipated. These developments are reshaping not only her worldview but also her relationships with those closest to her. One of the most significant shifts is in how Jocelyn perceives Sonny Corinthos, her former stepfather and a central figure in Port Charles's mob scene. For years, Jocelyn struggled with Sonny's duality, the way he justified his criminal activities as being for the greater good while condemning others for similar behavior. But now, having made a morally ambiguous choice herself, Jocelyn is beginning to understand the weight of such decisions. McCoy, who portrays Jocelyn, described this shift as monumental, saying it changes Jocelyn's view of Sonny 1,000,000%. This evolving dynamic promises to be a cornerstone of her storyline moving forward. A journey through grief, loss as a catalyst for change. While Jocelyn's decision to confront Cyrus was undeniably brave, it came at a steep emotional cost. The timing of this storyline coincided with another gut-wrenching twist, the departure of Dex Heller, Jocelyn's love interest. Their relationship had been a source of comfort and stability for her amidst the chaos of Port Charles, making his exit all the more devastating. McCoy reflected on how this loss paralleled Jocelyn's earlier heartbreak over Oscar Nero Quartermain's death. However, there's a key difference in how Jocelyn has handled these tragedies. With Oscar, grief consumed her. It was an all-encompassing sorrow that took time and support to overcome. With Dex, however, Jocelyn chose a different path. Instead of allowing herself to be overwhelmed by sadness, she channeled her pain into action, using it as fuel to confront Cyrus and protect those she loves. This proactive approach speaks volumes about Jocelyn's growth as a character. She's no longer the young girl who felt powerless in the face of loss. She's a woman who takes control of her destiny, even when faced with impossible choices. McCoy described this arc as deeply rewarding to portray, noting that it allowed her to explore new dimensions of Jocelyn's strength and resilience. Behind the scenes, McCoy untackling a shocking plot twist. In an exclusive interview with Soap Opera Digest, McCoy shared her thoughts on this game-changing storyline and what it meant for her as an actress. According to McCoy, she learned about Jocelyn's dramatic confrontation with Cyrus around the same time she found out that Dex Heller would be written off the show. This dual revelation gave her plenty of time to prepare emotionally for what was to come. "I discovered that Jocelyn would be killing Cyrus at the same moment I learned that Dex was being written off," McCoy revealed. "So I've been in the loop for a while." This advanced knowledge allowed McCoy to approach the storyline with depth and nuance, ensuring that every scene felt authentic and impactful. McCoy also spoke about the bittersweet nature of saying goodbye to Jeff Kober, who portrayed Cyrus Renaud. While she felt honored to play such an integral role in his character's downfall, parting ways with Kober was difficult due to their strong working relationship. "Jeff brought so much joy and energy to every scene," McCoy said. "It was such a privilege to work with him." The ripple effect: how Cyrus' elimination will shape Port Charles. Jocelyn's decision to eliminate Cyrus isn't just a personal turning point, it's an event that will have far-reaching consequences for Port Charles as a whole. With Cyrus out of the picture, there's bound to be a power vacuum in the city's criminal underworld. Who will rise to fill it? And how will this impact Sonny Corinthos' hold on his territory? Moreover, Jocelyn's actions are likely to attract attention from both allies and enemies alike. While some may see her as a hero who rid Port Charles of a dangerous threat, others may view her as a liability, or worse, a target. The WSB turmoil adds another layer of complexity, as international intrigue begins to intertwine with local drama. What lies ahead? Predictions for Jocelyn's future. As we look ahead, it's clear that Jocelyn's journey is far from over. Upcoming spoilers suggest that she'll face even more challenges in the weeks and months ahead, some expected, others completely unforeseen. One thing is certain. This storyline is setting up Jocelyn for an epic arc filled with twists and turns. Will she find herself drawn further into Jack Brennan's world? How will her relationship with Sonny evolve now that she understands his perspective more deeply? And what new threats will emerge in the wake of Cyrus' elimination? These are just some of the questions fans are eager to see answered. Next, we're diving into the complex and emotionally charged storyline unfolding between Christina Corinthos Davis and Molly Lansing Davis. The sisters are at odds over their clashing perspectives on justice, grief, and resilience, with their relationship reaching a boiling point. What happens when two sisters, shaped by the same family but molded by vastly different experiences, collide in a battle of ideals? Let's explore this gripping story in depth, restructured and expanded to uncover every layer of drama. Christina's strength. A new chapter for the reckless sister Christina Corinthos Davis has long been viewed as the unpredictable sibling, often overshadowed by Molly's steady and composed demeanor. Yet recent events have flipped the script, revealing a side of Christina that few expected. Her decision to reject the justice system outright isn't just a rash outburst, it's a declaration of independence born from deep pain and betrayal. The trial that saw Ava Jerome walk free after Christina's devastating fall from the Metro Court Hotel's third-story window, an incident that killed the baby Christina was carrying as both surrogate and egg donor for Molly and TJ Ashford, was a turning point. Christina's disillusionment with the system is profound. She feels abandoned not only by the courts but by the very principles she once believed could deliver closure. This isn't the impulsive Christina of old, this is a woman hardened by loss, determined to forge her own path, even if it means defying societal norms. Her raw honesty about her emotions. Her refusal to sugarcoat her pain or pretend everything is fine has become her greatest strength. Could this newfound resilience bring her closer to her father, Sonny Corinthos, who has built his life around defying authority? Christina's willingness to carve her own way forward hints at a maturity that contrasts sharply with Molly's reliance on structure. While Molly clings to the system as a source of stability, Christina sees it as a broken institution that failed her family when they needed it most. This divergence in perspective is setting up what could be one of the most compelling sibling dynamics in General Hospital history. Molly's faith in justice, strength or denial? Molly Lansing Davis, ever the idealist, has built her life around faith in justice and the rule of law. As a lawyer, she has dedicated herself to upholding these principles, even when they falter. But Ava Jerome's acquittal has shaken her confidence to its core. The loss of her baby, a child who was biologically Christina's and TJ's, was more than just a personal tragedy, it was a failure of the very system she has devoted her career to defending. Molly's insistence that justice can still prevail might be seen as admirable optimism or as denial. Is she holding on to these ideals because she truly believes in them, or because letting go would mean confronting an unbearable truth? When Christina challenged her faith in the system, Molly pushed back fiercely, arguing that justice is still worth fighting for. But beneath her composed exterior, cracks are beginning to show. This internal conflict adds depth to Molly's character. On one hand, she represents hope, the belief that even flawed systems can be improved. On the other hand, her refusal to acknowledge the system's failures might leave her vulnerable to disillusionment. Could this be the beginning of an identity crisis for Molly? And if so, how will it impact her relationships with Christina and TJ? A clash of ideals, sisters at odds. The confrontation between Christina and Molly this week was nothing short of explosive. What began as a disagreement over Ava Jerome's acquittal quickly escalated into a battle of worldviews. Christina accused Molly of being naive for continuing to trust in a system that had failed them so profoundly. Molly, in turn, accused Christina of being reckless and short-sighted for rejecting justice altogether. What makes this clash so compelling is how it challenges our perceptions of both characters. Historically, Christina has been seen as the wild card, the impulsive sister who acts first and thinks later, while Molly has been portrayed as the voice of reason. But now, those roles are being reversed. Christina's rejection of the system isn't just chaos, it's a calculated response to betrayal. Meanwhile, Molly's steadfast faith in justice begins to look less like strength and more like denial. This shift in dynamics forces both sisters and viewers to rethink what it means to be strong. Is strength about holding on to your beliefs no matter what? Or is it about adapting when those beliefs no longer serve you? These questions lie at the heart of their conflict and promise to drive their story forward in fascinating ways. The trial that changed everything. At the center of this drama is Ava Jerome's trial, a legal battle that left both sisters reeling for different reasons. For Christina, Ava walking free was a betrayal too great to bear. The courts had failed not only her but also Molly and TJ by allowing Ava to escape accountability for an incident that destroyed their family. For Molly, however, Ava's acquittal was more than just a personal loss, it was a professional failure as well. As someone who has dedicated her life to upholding justice, seeing it fail so spectacularly struck at the core of who she is. This dual blow, losing both her baby and her faith in the system, has left Molly struggling to reconcile her ideals with reality. The trial serves as a turning point for both sisters but in very different ways. For Christina, it marks the beginning of a new chapter, one where she takes control of her destiny without relying on institutions she no longer trusts. For Molly, it represents an existential crisis that could either strengthen her resolve or shatter her completely. What lies ahead? Predictions for Christina and Molly. As General Hospital continues to explore this storyline, fans can expect even more twists and turns in Christina and Molly's journey. Will their conflict drive them further apart or ultimately bring them closer together? Could Christina's defiance inspire Molly to rethink her own beliefs? And how will their evolving dynamic impact their relationships with other key characters like Sonny Corinthos and TJ Ashford? One intriguing possibility is that Christina's stance could lead her down a darker path, one where she aligns more closely with Sonny's world of moral ambiguity and defiance of authority. Meanwhile, Molly might find herself questioning whether her faith in justice is worth preserving or if it's time to embrace a more pragmatic approach. Whatever happens next, one thing is clear, this storyline is setting up an emotional roller coaster that will keep fans glued to their screens. Stay tuned for more updates on General Hospital as we continue following Christina and Molly's journey through love, loss, and redemption. Next, we're diving into the tangled web of relationships, heartbreak, and redemption surrounding Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome. These two complex characters have a shared history of questionable decisions, yet they both yearn for a brighter future for themselves and their children. As Rick and Ava navigate their growing connection, questions arise about whether Rick can let go of his lingering feelings for Elizabeth Baldwin. Let's explore this intricate storyline in depth, restructured with fresh details and expanded analysis. Ava Jerome. A firecracker with a heart of gold. Ava Jerome is no stranger to drama or conflict. As a gallery owner and mother to Avery Jerome Corinthos, she has spent years balancing her fiery personality with her maternal instincts. Despite her reputation as a scheming vixen, Ava's love for her daughter is undeniable. Her decisions, both good and bad, are often rooted in her desire to create a better life for Avery. Recently, Ava has found herself drawn to Rick Lansing, a man who understands the complexities of her life in ways few others can. Their chemistry is undeniable, sparking intrigue among fans who see potential in this unlikely pairing. Ava appreciates Rick's ability to stand by her side without judgment, a stark contrast to the tumultuous relationships she's endured in the past. However, Ava's journey isn't without its challenges. Her custody battle with Sonny Corinthos has pushed her to the brink, forcing her to rely on Rick's legal expertise. While she initially hesitated to accept help from him, Rick's persistence won her over. He even helped her secure a new apartment, ensuring she had a stable home for Avery, a gesture that showcased his genuine care for her well-being. But Ava isn't just leaning on Rick, she's also bringing out a softer side of him. Their relationship is built on mutual understanding and shared experiences, making them one of Port Charles's most intriguing duos. Could Ava be the one to help Rick move forward from his complicated past? Only time will tell. Rick Lansing, torn between two worlds. Rick Lansing is a man caught between his past and his present. On one hand, he has an undeniable connection with Ava Jerome, a woman who challenges him in all the right ways. On the other hand, he can't seem to let go of his lingering feelings for Elizabeth Baldwin. When Rick first returned to Port Charles, his initial instinct was to seek out Elizabeth. Despite their complicated history, he has always carried a torch for her. However, Elizabeth made it clear that their relationship was over long ago. While she still depends on Rick in times of trouble, such as when he served as her lawyer during the Digitalis murder scandal, her heart belongs to Lucky Spencer. Rick's unrequited love for Elizabeth has been a source of frustration and heartache. He admires her strength and resilience but struggles to accept that she sees him only as a friend and confidant. Meanwhile, his growing bond with Ava offers him something Elizabeth never could, the freedom to be himself without fear of judgment. As Rick continues to wrestle with his feelings for Elizabeth, he must decide whether to pursue an unattainable dream or embrace the possibility of happiness with Ava. It's a choice that could define his future and his place in Port Charles. The chemistry between Rick and Ava. The connection between Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome is electric, a blend of passion, understanding, and mutual respect. Both characters have faced rejection and betrayal in their lives, making them uniquely suited to support one another through their struggles. Ava sees in Rick a man who understands her pain without trying to fix or change her. She admires his dedication to his daughter Molly Lansing Davis and recognizes the sacrifices he has made for his family. In turn, Rick appreciates Ava's fiery spirit and unwavering determination, a refreshing change from the insurmountable challenges he faced with Elizabeth. Their chemistry isn't just physical, it's emotional as well. They share a deep understanding of what it means to be labeled as villains while striving to be better people for their children. This shared experience creates a bond that goes beyond attraction, offering both characters the chance at redemption. However, their relationship isn't without its obstacles. Rick's unresolved feelings for Elizabeth loom large over their budding romance, threatening to derail their progress before it even begins. Can Rick let go of the past and fully embrace what he has with Ava? Or will his inability to move on cost him the chance at true happiness? Elizabeth Baldwin, the unattainable dream. Elizabeth Baldwin has been a central figure in Rick Lansing's life for years, a source of both inspiration and heartache. Their history is complicated, filled with moments of connection and conflict that have left an indelible mark on both characters. Despite Rick's unwavering devotion, Elizabeth has made it clear that she sees him only as a friend. Her heart belongs to Lucky Spencer, a man she has loved since they were teenagers, and there's little room for anyone else in her life. While she appreciates Rick's support during difficult times, such as when he served as her lawyer during the Digitalis murder scandal, she doesn't share his romantic feelings. For Rick, Elizabeth represents an unattainable dream, a symbol of what could have been if circumstances had been different. But holding on to this dream comes at a cost, preventing him from fully embracing the possibilities in front of him. As Elizabeth continues to build her life with Lucky, Rick must decide whether to keep chasing an impossible goal or open himself up to new opportunities with Ava Jerome. What lies ahead? The future of Rick and Ava. As we look ahead, the future of Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome remains uncertain but full of potential. Their chemistry is undeniable, but lingering doubts and unresolved feelings threaten to complicate their journey together. Will Rick finally let go of his feelings for Elizabeth Baldwin and commit fully to Ava? Can Ava trust herself and Rick to build something lasting amidst the chaos of Port Charles? And how will their relationship impact those around them, from Sonny Corinthos to Molly Lansing Davis? One thing is certain, this storyline promises plenty of drama, romance, and unexpected twists as these two characters navigate their complicated lives. Stay tuned for more updates on General Hospital as we follow Rick and Ava's journey toward love or heartbreak.